I'm so tired, I've got no energy, I need more sleep. Have you ever heard yourself say that? Do you hear other people say that? So where does energy come from? Why do we get tired? And how much sleep do we actually need? And that's a very controversial topic because everybody's got an opinion. And if you go to AI, robot, Dr. Google, ask an expert, you'll get lots of different advice about how much sleep you need, where energy comes from, and how to make sure you're not tired. And there's a lot of biohacks on this is where your energy comes from. Take this pill, take this supplementation, do this thing in the morning, this morning routine, and you'll have a stack of energy. Well, what about the fundamentals, which is why I'm outside in the fresh air and sunshine? Was the human body ever designed to be inside, sitting on its ass, air-conditioned air, artificial light? And of course it wasn't, because humans were never, we just weren't, we haven't evolved to that yet. Or maybe we are evolving into that, and that's why we're so fat, sick, weak and diseased. Because we sit down, we eat crappy food, we breathe in artificial air and we get artificial light. And that's how most people live their lives. Isn't that sad? So I'm in my outdoor training area in the fresh air and sunshine. And the reason for that, of course, is when you're in the upright position, when you're exercising, moving, when you're active, when you're pushing your body, so you're lifting heavy and you're getting puffed. That's how the human body was designed to not just survive, but to thrive. We were never meant to kneel down, sit down, eat crappy food, be inside. So why have I got a stack of energy? And this is the thing, I don't want to, it's like I have to defend it. People say to me, Rowie, you can't be as happy as you can't have as much energy as you, it's just not real, that's not how it works. Well, what if it is how it works? I'm a really old lady, I'm healthy, fit, strong, lean, energetic, and I am every day. I sleep very little, but I sleep really deeply. And why do we sleep deep? There's a great question, because a lot of people go to bed 8, 9, 10 hours, and they still wake up tired because they're stressed and they didn't sleep well. Why do we sleep well? We sleep well because we've accomplished something during the day. We go to bed tired because we've got an endocrine system that says, hey, go to bed, you're tired. You sleep as long as you need to, and you wake up refreshed, which is a really interesting thing to consider, because here in the South Island of New Zealand, go to bed when you're tired and wake up when you feel like it's time to wake up. A lot of people will share with you that you should follow the sun. But in the South Island of New Zealand, in the winter time, the sun doesn't get up till 8 o'clock, sometimes later, and it goes to bed at 5 in the afternoon. In the summertime, the sun gets up at 6 in the morning and it stays up until 10 at night. So if you live by the sun, maybe that's how we're supposed to live. Maybe that's how holidays are supposed to work. So in the wintertime, you have a shorter day so you don't have to work as long. And in the summertime, you can go and do all sorts of amazing things because the days are longer. We now have set our lifestyle to suit what? Schools from 9 till 3. Why? Works from 9 till 5. Why? What if you're a morning person, you want to get up earlier and then you want to go surfing or hiking or snowboarding in the afternoon? Why do we set our clock to what the world's told us to? Which is why I always share, why don't you have a career or business that you love? Choose your own hours. Be your own boss. Don't have somebody tell you you've got to be at work at this time. You've got to be at school at this time. This is, again, South Island, New Zealand. How do you get kids to go to sleep when the sun is still bright at 9 o'clock at night? Because in the summertime, literally the sun is still up till 10 o'clock. But we tell our kids go to bed, wonder why they don't want to go to sleep, wonder why they wake up tired and stressed. And then in the wintertime, it's dark until 8 o'clock, but we wake them up at 6 and 7 because they've got to be ready for school, which starts at 9 o'clock. None of that makes any sense to me. And as an old lady who I've been through that whole process, and all I wish for everybody is that you live your life to your rhythm, your clock, your choices, you be in control of your life. So what if as a parent you said, I've got to get my kids to go to bed because they've got to get up and go to school? Why? Have you ever said as an adult, I'm a morning person or I'm a nighttime person? Some people wake up with a stack of energy in the morning and they're tired by 6 o'clock at night. Other people don't come alive till 6 o'clock at night. Why is that wrong? Why do we have to live to the control of what the world says we have to do? Why not? My child is really tired at 6 o'clock at night, so they go to bed and they wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, versus my child is wide awake at 10 o'clock at night, so we play games and we do cool stuff. They go to sleep when they're tired and they wake up when they're not tired anymore. And all of that comes from a healthy, fit, strong body. Your endocrine system, the thing that controls everything inside your body, will tell you when you're tired, go to bed, and now you can wake up. And I share that with you because that's how I live my life. I go to bed when I'm tired, and I'm never tired until I finish my work. I've got a stack of things to do every day. I don't even want to go to bed until I've done everything. I can't go to sleep until I've done everything. When I go to bed, I'm really tired. I fall asleep really deeply straight away, and then I wake up refreshed because I wake up when my body tells me to wake up, not when an alarm clock tells me to wake up, not when school or work or a boss tells me I've got to be at a certain place at a certain time. Now that's it. I've created my life, and I love living my life that way, and of course you don't have to. But if you're not happy with your life, if you're not happy with somebody telling you when to live and how to live and what time you have to be at certain places, why not choose how you want to live your life? I live in this beautiful South Island of New Zealand. I've lived in all sorts of different places all over the world, and I've decided to live here because I love it here. It's clean and fresh, and it has short days in the winter and long days in the summer. We have freezing cold days in the winter and boiling hot days in the summer. I love the change of seasons. I'm sharing all of that with you because all of that is a choice. If you want to live somewhere warm, you can. If you like cold, you can live in a cold place. As a human being, we get to choose. The sun gives us the energy, fresh air and sunshine and having a healthy, fit, strong body gives us the energy to do all the things that we want to do. It gives us a healthy, fit, strong brain to make sure that we make good decisions, especially the decisions about our life, about our career, about our business, about our relationships, about our financial situation. And most people seem to be existing through their life. They do what they're told by their boss or their school, or the community or the society says you have to live your life this way. We dress to suit society. We listen to the music that the radio gives us. We listen to the news and say, yeah, that's what's actually going on in the world. Is it really? And I always use that as an example. The news only gives us bad news because otherwise we wouldn't watch the news. And they have to create income, advertising dollars. So they have to make the news as bad as possible, dramatic as possible, as horrific as possible, because otherwise no one would watch it. So why do you watch it? If you put that crap into your brain, then of course you're going to feel bad. If you put that crap into your brain before you go to sleep, how can you possibly sleep well? And if you wake up first thing in the morning and put crap and drama and silliness from the rest of the world into your brain, and most people do now, they just scroll through their phone the last thing they go to sleep and the first thing in the morning, and then they wonder why their life is crappy. So I'm out here in my outdoor training area full of passion and enthusiasm, excitement for life as an old lady who chooses my own hours. I go to sleep when I'm tired. I wake up when I'm not tired anymore. I don't ever wake up by an alarm clock. I wake up to suit my lifestyle. I eat when I'm hungry. I stop eating when I'm full. I move my body every single day. I get puffed every day. I lift heavy to stay strong. I've got a positive attitude because I'm putting all those things into my life. And then when it comes to relationships, I just refuse to have crappy people in my life. So many people are tired and stressed and can't sleep because they've got horrible relationships, people who bully them and criticize them and gossip about them and treat them negatively and badly. Why would you have those people in your life? So if you want to live your life to the max, it's pretty much, this is my mantra, it's a simple thing. Fresh air, sunshine, get puffed to get fit, lift heavy to get strong. Do it safely so you don't get injured. Do it quick so you don't get bored. Eat more food that grows in the ground or on the ground or a combination of both, and less food that humans are screwed with. But don't go on some fanatical diet. Can't have, mustn't have, don't have, shouldn't have foods that you love, because mental health is just as important as physical health. Don't have some fanatical diet or fanatical exercise plan. Just live your life with power and passion and enthusiasm, and I call it the 3 E's: energy, enthusiasm, and excitement for life. Wouldn't you like to wake up like that every day? How can you, if you stay inside, sit on your ass, watch stupid crap on a screen, and wonder why your life is not good? Fresh air, sunshine, get fit, stay strong, have a positive attitude, and laugh every day. There's a great idea. And how can you laugh if you're constantly putting crap into your brain? So it's a very simple process, but we get to choose that process. More importantly, if you're a parent, a teacher, coach, or a boss, or a leader, and I share this every day, please live that example for our kids. I don't want our kids to think they've got to have a lousy, stinking, rotten life. I don't want our kids to think they've got to be fat, sick, weak and diseased. They've got to have a lousy, stinking, rotten job to pay their lousy, stinking, rotten bills. They've got to be broke for the rest of their life or just getting by. And they've got to have horrible people in their life. But how would our kids know any different if they can't see a living, breathing example? So that's my driving force every day now, because I love my life. But I have a lot of children in my life now, and I want to be the living, breathing example to the kids in my life. We have now over 100 children in our martial arts clubs. I want those young kids, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to teenagers, to see that you can be healthy, fit and strong. You can have a career or business that you love. You can be financially free, and you can have great people in your life, because all of those things are a choice. And if you've got a healthy, fit, strong brain, then you're more likely to make the best choices. And then you can live your life to the max. Super duper doo. How are you? Fresh air and sunshine and living my life to the max. Woohoo!